So today we are going to be crocheting this beautiful granny square bucket hat. Just look at the color, so beautiful. I love this beige color for the brim. So you can get any yarn of your choice, any size of yarn, and the recommended hook size. And let's get started. Now I'm using a 4.5 mm hook, a measuring tape, and now I have scissors. I'm going to start by making a slip knot, just like that. Then I'm going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to make a slip stitch into the very first stitch, like this, pull through. Then I'll go ahead and chain 3, and that will count as our first double crochet stitch. So into the magic circle, I'm going to add 2 more stitches to make it 3. Then I'm going to chain 2, and in the same magic circle, I'm going to place another group of 3 double crochet stitches. That's 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to chain 2. I'll do another set of 3 double crochet stitches. So you do 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to chain 2, and I'll make another set of 3 double crochet stitches. So all together you should have 4 sets of 3 double crochet stitches, separated by a chain 2 between them. So that's my last set. I'm going to chain 2, and then I'll slip stitch into the third chain of the chain 3 we did at the beginning. Make a slip stitch. Then I'll chain 1 and cut off my yarn. After cutting off my yarn, I'm just going to pull that the tail to secure it. And then you can use a darning needle or your hook to weave in the end, just as I'm doing. And then you pull the center, the tail at the center to close the circle wear. Now you take your second color of yarn and make a slip knot. Then you go into the space, you pull that through. Then you make a chain of 3 that is going to serve as our first double crochet. In that space you put 2 more double crochet stitches. And then into the next space we are going to place 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Then we are going to chain 2, and in that same corner space we are going to put another set of 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Then we'll move to the next space and we'll place 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, and then we chain 2, and in that same corner space we are going to place another set of 3 double crochet stitches. That's the second and the third. And then we move to the next corner and we do the same thing. 3 double crochet stitches. Chain 2, and then 3 double crochet stitches again. So all the spaces at this second round are all corners. So we are doing 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. And then for this space that we started working in, we are going to place 3 double crochet to complete the corner. So place 3 double crochet, chain 2, as we have done with the other corners. to complete this one. So we have our 3 double crochet, we chain 2, and then we slip stitch into the 3rd stitch of the chain 3 we did at the beginning to close the square. Now you chain 1 and you cut off your yarn. Then you go ahead and weave in the end into your work. So now we are going to grab the 3rd color. You make a slip knot. Then you go into any of the space like that. Then you chain 3, 1, 2, 3. You act as our first double crochet, and then do 2 more double crochet stitches into that space. And since that is not a corner, we are just doing 3 double crochet stitches. The next space now is a corner, so we'll put 3 double crochet stitches. And then we chain 2. In that same corner space, we place 3 more double crochet stitches. The next space is not a corner, so we are just placing 3 double crochet stitches. 2, 3. The next space is a corner, so we are placing 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, and another set of 3 double crochet stitches as we have been doing for the corners. So in that same space, put 3 more double crochet stitches. Now move to the next space. And place 3 double crochet stitches. The next space is a corner, so we are repeating what we do for every corner, which is 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, and then another 3 double crochet stitches into the same space. We are basically repeating the same thing we have been doing till we get back to our starting point. Remember, when you reach the corner, is 3 double crochet, chain 2, another 3 double crochet. Now that we are done with the corner, it's time to slip stitch into the chain 3 we did at the beginning. Then we are going to chain 1, cut off our yarn, and weave in the end, or tail, whatever I call it, weave in the tail. So you bring in your 4th color of yarn, make a slip knot, we attach to any of the spaces at the side, make a standing double crochet, chain 1, 2, 3. In that same space, you are going to place 2 more double crochet stitches, 1 and 2. Into the next space, you are going to place 3 double crochet stitches, then we have reached a corner, so we are going to place 3 double crochet stitches, then we chain 2 and place 3 more double crochet stitches into the same space. Then into the next space, we are going to place 3 double crochet stitches. So into every space, we are placing 3 double crochet stitches. Then when we reach a corner, we place 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, and another set of 3 double crochet stitches into the same space. We have gone all around and came back to our starting point. Just made a slip stitch as usual, chain 1, and cut off our yarn. So this is how our square is looking. So for our next color, you make a slip knot as usual. You go into any of the spaces at the side. You're going to reattach your yarn there by chaining 3. 1, 2, 3, and then do 2 more double crochet stitches into the next space. 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3. We have reached a corner, so we are going to place 3 double crochet stitch. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 2 more double crochet stitches into that space. You are going to repeat the same thing. Every space we put 3 double crochet stitches. When we reach a corner, we'll do 3 double crochet stitches, chain 2, and another set of 3 double crochet stitches into the same space till we come back to our starting point. Then we are going to make a slip stitch just like this. Slip stitch, chain 1, cut off your yarn and weave in your tail. So at this point, my square is 4.5 inches. If you are using a smaller yarn, feel free to make more rows to meet 4.5 inches. So you need 5 squares altogether, and I usually join them in a way that forms like a cross. So you're just going to grab any 2 squares with the right sides facing each other. We are joining on the back side. So you're going to make a slip knot with the color that I want to use for your joining. You go into the corner of both squares, like that. And then you pull your yarn through. You chain 1 to secure, chain 1 to join them together. So now what we are going to do, we are going into the corresponding stitches and we'll join them using single crochet stitches. So you go into the corresponding stitch like this. Let me pull it closer. Then you do a single crochet stitch. So you just going into the corresponding stitches and joining the 2 squares with a single crochet stitch just like this. And you're going to do this all the way to the end of both squares. Now that we have made it to the end, we are going to grab another square. And you will go into the corner of the square facing you, like that. And you go into the corner of the next square you want to join. Go into that corner space, and then you're going to join them with a single crochet stitch, just like this. Then now you hold both squares together and go into the corresponding stitches, joining them with single crochet stitches. So keep going into the corresponding stitches and joining them all the way till you get to the end of both squares. Okay, this is me going into the very last stitch to join both squares. Take note, I'm not joining the corners yet. So this is what it's looking like. We don't go into the corners to join the other square. It's only when we bring in the new square that I want to join. Then we are going to go into that corner space, and then we go into the corner space of the other square we were bringing in. Then we join both squares with a single crochet stitch. Then we start going into the corresponding stitches and joining them with a single crochet stitch. So you're going to do that all the way till you get to the end of both squares. Now we are at the end. I'm doing my very last stitch. Voila. And at this point, this is how it is looking like. Just one square left on this side, then we can have, yeah, so that's a cross shape I'm talking about. So to join this last one, we do the same thing. Go into the space of the square and the corner of the other square, join them with a single crochet stitch. Then we go into the corresponding stitches on both squares and join them with a single crochet stitch. I'll repeat that all the way to the end of this both squares. Okay, now we made it to the end. This is how our work is looking like. Now we need to join all those sides to form the shape of our hat. So you go into this corner and the corner of the other square, and you join them with a single crochet stitch like this. Then see, we need to join all those sides so we can form the shape of the hat. So now to continue, we are going to go into the corner of the square and the corner of the other square, and then we'll make a single crochet stitch. Now we are going to go into the corresponding stitches on both sides of the squares and make a single crochet stitch. And feel free to walk over the tail of your yarn so you don't have to weave in later. So single crochet stitches all the way to the end of both squares. And when you reach the end, don't forget to walk into the corner space of both squares. Let me show you this corner right here and the corner on the other square. Make sure to join them together so that it should be smooth like that. And then you chain one, you cut off your yarn, and then weave in your end. You can weave it in like this, going backwards into the single crochet stitches we did, and then cut off the excess. Then we are going to repeat this for the next side and every other corner to close it up. So you grab your yarn, you make a slip knot, and then you go into the corner of both squares here, into that corner, and the other corner of the other square. So that's where you're going to reattach your yarn like that. And then you're going to go into the corresponding stitches with a single crochet stitch, same as we did for the other side, all the way to the end of both squares. So when we are done with this, we are using the same procedure to join the remaining two sides. So I'm just going to do that off camera. It is basically the same thing. So make sure you end this, cut off a yarn, weave in the end, and repeat the same thing for these two remaining sides. And I'll see you when I'm done, when you're done, and let's continue. Now that we have joined all our sides, I'm just going to flip it like this, and we are looking at our right side right now. So this is how it looks like. And the next thing we're going to do is to do a round of single crochet stitches. So make a slip knot, go into any stitch, you chain one to attach, you attach a chain 1 and then go into every stitch with a single crochet stitch. Feel free to walk over the tail of your yarn so you don't bother about weaving in later. So just place single crochet stitches all the way around till you come back to your starting point. You can place a stitch marker into the very first stitch if you think it is necessary, if you are using the same color of yarn to do your single crochet stitches. We have gone all around and come back. So now we are just going to slip stitch into the first stitch, first single crochet stitch, make a slip stitch, then we are going to chain 1, and then we are going to chain 3 because we are starting with double crochet stitches. And then into the next stitch I'm going into the back loop to place a double crochet. Next stitch I'm doing an increase by placing 2 double crochet stitches into the same stitch. For this row I'm working into the back stitch only. Next stitch, double crochet. Next stitch, increase by placing 2 double crochet stitches. Next stitch, double crochet. Next stitch, increase by placing 2 double crochet stitches. So I'm going to repeat this all around till I come back to my starting point. I have gone all around. I just need to slip stitch into the chain 3 we did at the beginning, just like this. Now go ahead and chain 3 again, 1 2 3. Into the next 2 stitches I'm placing 1 double crochet stitch into both loops, like this one. Next stitch, double crochet into both loops, and then I'm doing an increase into the third stitch by placing 2 double crochet stitches. So 2 double crochet into the same stitch. In the next 2 stitches I'm placing 1 double crochet each. Then into the third stitch I'm doing an increase by placing 2 double crochet stitches into the same stitch. So we are going to do this all round. Increase is in the third stitch. We are going to do this all round till we come back to our starting point. For some reason I'm missing footage for my third row for this brim. So in the third row, increase is in the 4th stitch. For some reason I can't find that. Maybe I did not press record or something. So this is the second row for our brim. Increase is in the 3rd stitch. So we are going to do another row where increase is going to be in the 4th stitch, and they will continue from there. Now for our 4th row, we are going to chain 3, single double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, double crochet into the next stitch, and double crochet into every other stitch till we come back to our starting point. We are no longer doing increases, and you're going to finish with this row. And then for the 5th row, you're still going to do a row of non-increase by placing 1 double crochet into every row. So I did 5 rows for the brim in total, no increases. So do 2 more rows, 1 more row of non-increase, so that we have 5 rows in total. Okay, this is what we have, our 5 rows for the brim. I just need to chain 1 and cut off my yarn, or weave in the end, and then in the back side of the heart you can just weave in your ends. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give this video a like, leave a comment, share with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel. God bless you, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. You can also check out other videos on my channel. So for this brim measures about 3 inches. Yes, 3 inches for the brim. Thank you, love you, bye, see you in my next video.